Hey guys, what's good, what's happening, and what's going on? I can tell you what's going on for me right now. Mother freaking chicken wings. Gotta get that protein. Muscle milk! Alrighty guys, dinner was freaking legendary, but like I said on the previous vlog, we got some work to do. I gotta get a garbage bag. I might even have to take a shit. But I do want to get a garbage bag because I got some things to clean up here. I got like garbage all around here, garbage over here, garbage up here. Got garbage downstairs, got garbage here, garbage there, garbage every freaking where. E-I-E-I-O. Oh, McDonald had a farm. E-I. But yeah, I'm gonna grab one of those bags. We're gonna start loading it up. I also got some garbage downstairs that I want to deal with. I looked into it, and apparently those pans that I want to get rid of, those roaster pans or broiler pans, they don't take them in recycling, so I'm just gonna pitch them because frig it. Why hang on to them? I'm never gonna use them, especially once I get my new air fryer. They're basically legacy and garbage. But one thing I did tonight, guys, was I did squats. And if you notice from the previous vlog, I had straps on here, and the straps are gone. The straps are actually back here with my assisted pull-up, which I can't use because of this thing. That'll be a video once I start getting paychecks, let me tell you. Gonna replace that with just a friggin' fixture. This thing here actually gives the bar enough leverage off my back where I can actually grab it without impinging my shoulder. So that's friggin' awesome. If you get an impinged shoulder doing squats, guys, I know it's a sissy pad. People might make fun of you in the gym for using it, but let me tell you, you can grab the bar and still rack it on your shoulders. It gives you that extra inch off your back that you need so you can get your arms back far enough and grab the bar. It works perfectly. I'm so happy I found that thing. I am so happy I found that thing. I'm so happy Nikki went and picked it up for me because that's what she did on Friday. She took her out, I already told you, she took her out shopping and they went into Sports Check and she grabbed it for me. And I was like, you didn't have to do that. I would have paid for it. And she's like, no, it's okay, because she had a bunch of Canadian Tire points. So she just bought it with Canadian Tire points. But anyway, as far as this room here goes, what I want to do is, well, those pans are going to go in the garbage. That blanket there, I'm going to have to wash it because it was used all weekend. And that cooler, I want to move it into the garage. This tote, I want to move it into the garage. I'm going to keep the icebreaker in here because you never know. Not quite sure what else we're going to do in here. If you're wondering why there's Mott's Clamato there, Nikki and I both thought we were going to have more Caesars than we did have. And yeah, we only cleared one bottle of Mott's. So there's a fresh bottle in the fridge and there's another bottle on the stove. But we still have this huge bottle of Smirnoff vodka. So the next time she comes up in 2 weeks, we can have Caesars then again. Just probably no monster Caesars with massive amounts of garnish that it's basically a freaking 2,700 calorie meal. It wasn't 2,700, it was about 1,450, but still, it was a lot of, a lot of food. It was a lot of food on a drink. Jesus, Murphy. So yeah, I was having my chicken there and I was watching a video from Mav. I don't know if you guys watch Mav. He does a lot of truck camping videos. The way his truck set up's actually kind of sort of how I want to set mine up, but not really. I like the idea of having the bed in the storage, but he literally has his truck built so that he can live in it. And he did for like a year and a half to afford to buy a house, which was kind of cool. However, today he dropped a video of ice fishing in an insulated tent for 48 hours. And he did something today that probably would have been great for me. First off, I love his fishing videos because he shows you how he rigs his gear. A lot of fishing videos on YouTube, they don't show you how they set up to catch fish. They just catch fish, and then you're like, okay, well, what did you use? Like, and they don't show you the jig and wrap, and they don't show you the setup. They just show you the fish they caught, and then they're like, oh, here he comes, and then the next scene they're holding the fish. They don't show the unhooking. They don't show anything because they want to keep their secrets. I get that. A lot of anglers are just weird like that. I'm not one of them. You guys see me rig up in the summer when I'm like, all right, well, this isn't working. Let's try a jerk bait. Let's try this. Let's try that. And then something starts working, and then I just start using that over and over and over again. Next time I go out, that's not the strat. Something else works. But he literally showed the same strat I'm going to use next time. Split shot and a mother friggin' treble hook. And they were hooking on, well, they were using some pretty big fish. Like they were using a herring. They had a double leader off of it. One going to the front of the fish, one going to the back of the fish, and they're dropping it down. They're catching some massive trout. I mean, like the one trout had to be at least a 20-pounder. She was a kegger. And they caught a couple lighter ones, about 24 inches long. I said lighter, but that's not really light to me. A 24-inch friggin' probably an 8-pounder. Ended up eating that guy. But something he did that would have been great for me yesterday was he brought a bubbler with him and bubbled the hole. And it was enough water displacement where the hole couldn't freeze over. And he did that at his tip-ups so that the tip-ups wouldn't freeze over while they weren't attending to them. And it worked like a charm. And he's like, you know, in temperatures, like it was about 30 Fahrenheit, which was pretty much what it was yesterday for me. And inside that tent, I was smart and packed snow around the outside. outside. No wind would have got in. But yeah, just doing that, the holes never froze over. And I have a battery bubbler that I bought to use with my minnow bucket, which I have no idea where the heck I put it. It's around here. Oh, there it is. I bought for this thing here. And I just clip it off the rail there and I run the line inside and it aerates the bubbler so the minnows stay alive longer and the water doesn't freeze up. For the life of me, I can't find the damn thing. It runs on 2 D-cell batteries and you can go for like 24 hours on 2 D-cell batteries with the damn thing. And it just aerates the water so that the fish have something to breathe. I can't find it, but that would have been great because I could have just sat it on the ground or clipped it onto the side of the ice shack, fired the hose down the water, let it bubble up my hole while I'm fishing, and then when a fish comes up, just pull the hose out and then go. But the strat, I'm definitely using that strat next time I go out. If I go out this weekend, guys, guaranteed we're going to use the stealth method. He was using fluoro. That's what I got on the bait caster. I should be using the bait caster in that small enclosure because the rod itself, it's a heavy rod, but it's also shorter. It's a lot easier to maneuver in such tight quarters where that Berkeley's a little longer and kind of a pain in the ass, to be honest. Like I kept hitting the tent when I was like jigging. I kept hitting the side of the wall, but next time I'll have my heater with me. So we'll be able to keep that place a little warmer. So it shouldn't give the holes a chance to freeze up and it shouldn't let ice beads build up on my line either. So next time, Gadget. Next time. Anyway, I want to grab a bag here, another contractor bag. We're going to get garbage day started a little earlier this week. Yeah, here's Oreo's other sweater. The underbelly on it's filthy. Filthy because somebody decides to roll around in the snow. I'm going to just fire that in the laundry there real quick. Cool, cool. I got some twine there. That can go in my bag upstairs. Do I have anything else that I need to put in the bag upstairs? No. All right, let's grab this garbage bag. Gonna leave this light on because we're coming back down here anyway to do some more cleanup down there. So, like I said on the previous video, I want to get some shit out of the way because it's driving me freaking nuts with how much shit is in the way down there. And that entranceway especially. Like I had that cleared out completely. And now she's a mess. So basically what I want to do up here is, like I said, there's garbage everywhere. So I'm going to get to cleaning up. I got to clean off this table again. Not anytime soon, but I'm aiming for about April when I'm going to order my 3D printer. Around that time, maybe sooner, we'll see. I still have no idea how much money I'm making. I'm going to wait until I actually get a paycheck and find out to decide on how I'm going to do it. Because 3D printer is going to be one of the main assets for bait making. Big time. Because then I can prototype. And it's all about prototyping. Holy piss, I was about to dispense with this can of Coke until I realized it's still full. And it's not even mine. Oh man, good old Nikki. Good old Nikki. Takes a sip and forgets that she has it and comes downstairs, grabs another can and cracks it. Oh man. It's like normally I wouldn't waste it, but like this shit's flatter than the tires on my G6. Like I probably could have poured it down the kitchen sink now that I think about it. I'm just so used to dumping stuff down the bathroom sink because the kitchen sink didn't have a drain. And now she do. Skeetily boosh. These can go out in a blue box. Gradually I'll put that thing at the side of the road. I think it's actually blue box week this week, so. Hurry. Dang it. Put on my Crocs. Crocswithsocks.com, boys. That's probably a website, and I don't recommend you go to it because I don't know what's there. If you do go to it, it's at your own risk. Stay, dude. I know I have people who freak out on people who wear sandals with socks. I think a lot of people freak out on that Linus Tech Tips because he's notorious for wearing Crocs, or not Crocs, but sandals and socks. I just wear Crocs with socks because I'm like that. Yup. Anyhoozle, if you're wondering what this foam board's here for, it's because this is what we use to do the back shot for the. I actually reuse those things when I go buy craft beer. But when we did the Caesar, that's what we used for the shot. 2 pieces of this like foam board. I bought a bunch of this a couple years ago. Remember when I was shooting my air gun in the backyard? My slingshot? Yeah, I bought a bunch of them a couple of years ago to use for that. And I just never got around to going out to the garage and grabbing them so we could have a backdrop for the shot. Oh well, we figured it out. Anyway, I had to crack a window in here because holy shit, she's like 30,000 degrees right now. And why the heck is Marv in the garbage? Marv, don't eat the garbage, bud. Get away from there. Jesus. Friggin' Marv's eating the garbage. Damn possums. Holy shit, guys. It's like friggin' drier in here than a fart. I need to invest in one of those humidifiers. I'm starting to question if that's why Oreo's also honking, is because like I consume a lot of water in a day. Like a lot of water in a day. This is halfway down now. I had some Diet Coke for supper. What the frig? This one's also full. I don't know, guys. This is not mine. I don't get it. Unless it is mine. It could be mine. I'll take the blame for this one. I'll let Nikki off the hook this time. But next time, not so much. But this time, you know what? She bought it. Who cares? She brings a case with her every time she comes up because she loves her Diet Coke. And once again, could have poured that down the kitchen drain, but totally didn't. Anyway, whatever. So... oh, I forgot to grab the garbage bag. Dang it. Yeah, I should probably maybe consider investing in a humidifier because Oreo could be honking for two reasons. One, trachea closing, and two, the fact that it's, like I said, drier than a fart in here. Not my farts. My farts are wet. All right, pretty much good up here. Yeah, I got to thinking there about the video gaming computer, and I think I know what I'm going to do. When it does come down to buying a new computer for video editing, I'm going to buy something with a really good video card in it, but then I might swap the video card out of that thing and stick it in the gaming computer. Like the, it's like a 3060 or something. Because I looked at the 3060 and it's a lot better than the 1070. So I was like, okay, we'll play magical video cards. I'll take the 1060 out of this machine here that I have upstairs, the Ryzen, and I'll put it in the 6700. Doesn't even stink. There's nothing wrong with this. You know what? That's gonna go in the closet. But I thought she used this with Oreo. Oh, we didn't even have a campfire this weekend. What am I talking about? Anyway, I'm gonna put the 6700 downstairs on the TV, and I'll put the GeForce 1060 in it. And then I'll put the 1070 in the video editing rig, which is going to be whatever new computer I get, something with more cores for more chores. Oh, that's garbage. And then, what did I do with the other bottle? Ice, that de-icer. I had to have thrown it out. And then I'll put the 3060 in the gaming rig. That's all male. And then that way there, we have a really good video gaming video card. So the gaming machine is actually going to be the Ryzen 5 1600X. Ah, piss. What's this? Okay, I gotta look at that. Sure. What's your home worth? In this market, probably way more than it should be. Mail for the neighbor. That's garbage. Oh, I don't know why, but they keep sending me these freaking Fairstone things. You are automatically guaranteed to receive $5,000 cash at an annual interest rate of 49%. You borrow $5,000 off of them, you end up paying back 20. Of course they're gonna loan it to you. And if you fail to pay it back, they just send it to a creditor, and those assholes harass the shit out of you. Want to know how I know that? Because of the reason why I get those freaking things. I got friends who sign up for them, and they ask, do you have anybody who might benefit from our services? And for some reason, they sign me up. So then they mail me these stupid letters asking me if I want to join their little cult. I don't want to join your damn cult. I'm already part of a cult. And we got hookers and blackjack. How did my light fall in there? So anxious to get rid of these. There you go. Hang out in the garbage can. Perfect. But yeah, people keep signing me up for these like cash money stores like Instacash and the cash shops and stuff because they're like, we need 3 references. It's not to see if they can give you cash. It's so they can try and lure more clients in so they can make more cash. I'm pretty sure, and I don't know, anybody out there work for one of those Shylocks loan sharks? Or is your weekly pay based on how many clients you have under your belt paying their bills? I'm pretty sure that's how it works. So if you're a lending agent and you sucker somebody into cash for you, I'm getting these too. Cash for you. Receive approval in minutes and get up to $15,000 and tackle your day. They don't even mention on here, but I guarantee you, it's like, it's a stupid amount of interest. For the one time I got one and I made the mistake of actually going in to Fairstone. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go see how bad it is. Let's go have some fun. So I walk in there and I got my stupid card that came in the paper. Here, I'll show you 1 second. Okay, never mind. It went to the depths of the garbage bag and I'm not fishing for it. It's not worth my time. But, so I'm like, yeah, I got this in the mail and I'm interested to talk to somebody. So they get me up with one of the Shylocks. That's what I call them. And they're all like, we got audio? Yeah, okay. And they're all like, all right, so we just need to know your pay stub. So I pulled one up and I showed them and I printed it off. And they're like, okay, so we can give you a loan right now today for $5,000. And I was like, cute, okay. And how much is that gonna cost me? And they said, well, you'll have to pay it back in, Pay it back in 5 years and it will cost $200 every 2 weeks, $400 a month. Do you see the problem there? Do you see why there's an issue? I was like, holy shit. I'm like, so you're going to give me $5,000 now and I'm going to give you $20,000. They're like, well, you know, you can pay it off sooner than that. I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm good. Thanks. No, don't write no checks or nothing. I'm out. I'm good. I'm done. You guys should go to prison. You probably, I don't know how you sleep at night. Like, your job sucks. Like, you literally make people's lives harder to live, because people would come in on the street, and this is how they bait people. People who have spending problems, who like to shop, and you know, they get $5,000 from this place, and they're not thinking about paying off bills. They're thinking of that new iPhone. They're thinking of that 75-inch freaking TV. They're thinking of that new living room set, a new bed, a new something. So they go out and spend it. And in the end, now they're really screwed, because now they have an extra $200 a paycheck coming out. It wasn't $200, it was like $156 a paycheck, but still $300 a month. 10 months, that's $3,000, right? Over 5 years, that's $15,000 for a $5,000 loan. Those operations prey on the weak, especially times like COVID, where people are not working and they need money for stuff. Those operations need to be dealt with. The government has to do something about it, like these. And there's an Insta loan. Like, you go to the beer store, for instance, there's one right beside Shoppers, and across the street, there's another one. Further down the road, maybe a quarter of a kilometer, there's another one. You go to the plaza where McDonald's is on McEwen, and there's 4 of them within arm's reach. There's more of them than there are pot shops in town. Now, that's pretty impressive, because we got a lot of pot shops in town. Let me tell you a little something about that. I don't smoke that kind, but I notice them. They're literally popping up everywhere, just like weed. It makes biking in the summer really sketchy. Is that a skunk or is that a hippie? Sometimes it's a skunk smoking pot. But anyway, guys, enough of my ranting. Let me know what you think about those cash shops. I think they're Shylocks operated, and they should be shut down. They mess up people's lives and put you more in debt than anything else. At least from the friends I know who fell victim to them. But I'm going to bring this thing out to the garage. I'm going to bring that cooler out to the garage. I would take you guys out to the garage, but you know what? There's no room in there, so I won't have enough room to manage the camera and carry that shit. So I'm just going to get that done, and I'll be back in a minute. Okay? Talk to you in a minute. There we go. Look at that. Okay, the garbage bag's in the way, but she's wide open now. That is awesome. That's how I wanted it. That's decent. So I spent a fair amount of time in the garage looking for something. No, that shelf I put up last year, yeah, that fell. It didn't fall, but it's slanted. It's like on an angle. So all the shit fell off on the floor or on the bench behind the grinder and the belt sander and all that stuff. So I was looking around, because do you remember last year when I made that bait? Or not last year, was it last year? Yeah, it was last year. I made that white bait, and the post office guy just kind of fired a package through my mail slot, and it was a bunch of split ring pliers, and treble hooks. Well, I was looking for the treble hooks, because I was thinking, you know what? I've never tested those hooks out. I don't know how sharp they are. And I thought on my next expedition out to the hard water, I'd bring them with me and use some and see how they turn out. You know, I don't need big hooks, because the fish, like a walleye, doesn't need a big hook. Pretty sure that I have some fair-sized hooks, treble hooks, inside of my my tackle box and my ice fishing gear. So I was going to bring that assortment of hooks out, and that bag of split shots I have there. Actually, I got some better split shots in my tackle sack. Tackle sack. That was my nickname in high school. But I was going to bring them out, and that way there we can at least get something down there, and it will look more natural than a pink jig with a minnow stuck through it. So I'm pretty sure the fish see that and they're kind of confused. Now, mind you, if I actually hooked the jig up right and I went through the mouth and then out the back, because the minnow's already dead, and it saw a minnow with a pink thing in its face, it would probably think it was feeding, and it wouldn't react as bad, and it would just think it's a minnow bobbing up and down in the water. Maybe the Walter would bite it, and then I could just what-to-douche and then snag him. Rather be a Walter than a pike. I'm telling you guys, I catch like anything beyond a 20-inch pike in that friggin' little grow-op shack, and I'm in trouble, because you saw, well, you didn't see on the video, but the zipper is getting a little stiff, and it's kind of a bitch to open and close at times. So it's like, you catch a pike, it's really hard one-handed to open that freaking door so you can get outside to work with them. You catch like a fair-sized pike and you're in trouble inside of that little gazebo, because you get him out of the water, he's going to flippy-flappy around like a little asshole, I know for a fact. So kind of hoping to find those hooks. I'm gonna have to look out there again some other day. I just want to come back inside, and he was barking up a storm because he wasn't barking, he was making monkey sounds, and usually when he makes monkey sounds it's because he's packing a loaf and he really has to unload. So I came in the house and got him, brought him outside, and guess who's in the backyard right now? 3 of the 4 bunny rabbits. It was funny earlier today because I've been going outside with them because where there's bunnies, sometimes there's predators, and I have seen foxes in my backyard, and I don't know what they would do with Oreo. They might ignore them, they might come over and investigate them. I don't know. So I stay out there with them just in case a predator shows up because kind of want my dog to stay safe. You know, he's old, he doesn't have teeth, he can't really defend himself, he just barks a lot. And we're sitting there and I'm standing outside with him, telling him go for a poop and all that stuff. And all of a sudden around the corner of my house, doing, the big fat bunny that I named Kevin shows up. And he just stops dead and he sees me. And then he hunches down into like potato mode where they suck their paws in, they look like a potato with a head. And I'm just like, hello buddy, how's it going Kevin? I knew it was Kevin right away because Kevin, he doesn't have a spot of black on him and he's the biggest one back there. He's just a big fat white snowshoe hair. And he just stopped and he's staring at me like, okay, what do I do now? What do I do now? So Oreo didn't even notice him because his glaucoma, he can't see anything unless it's like right in front of his face. So he just comes back over the door. I get him back inside and then tonight after my 4 o'clock when I got, well, 4:30 when I got off work, I got stuck on a situation that I had to explain a reparation for. I went outside and I noticed his bounce continued. Like just, there was a great big hole. It's snowing like crazy out now. A lot of it's covered up, but there was a great big like circle where he plumped down and then he bounded off and he went down one of my snowblow paths, jumped onto the snowbank and he went down to the end. Now there's not much food left for them guys back there. They really ate a lot of the skirts of the trees. So I was like thinking to myself, I'm like, should I feed them? Should I give them something? Like, should I go to the farm store in Powassan and get some alfalfa or something for them? Like, is that expensive? Or even some grain? Buy a bag of grain from the farm store? I think my friend says she pays like 15 bucks for a bag of grain or something like that. Give them a treat, just pour it on the ground back there and let them go to town on it. Sure, there'd be bunny shit everywhere, but here we go. Here we go. Yup. Come on. Get it out. Get it out. Good boy. So, really? You going for round 2 already? Jesus, Murphy. But, yeah, would that be a bad idea? I don't know. I don't know if you should feed wild animals because then more of them might come around and then I might attract predators. It's like I'm not feeding them to harvest them or anything. I'm just feeding them because I feel bad that they come around for food and they've already picked the buffet clean, you know what I mean? Anyhoozle guys, it's friggin' 9 o'clock. As you can see on the stove behind me, it's 9:08 and I gotta get to bed because 6:30 comes around fast. I've been getting up every day at 6:30 and one thing I noticed by getting up at 6:30, if I do no exercise whatsoever, I will burn exactly 3,100 calories a day. If I get up at, like when I used to get up at 8 o'clock and then go to bed at the same time I go to bed at now, I would be lucky to burn 2,700 calories a day. So that extra hour and a half of getting up burns more calories. That's kind of cool. I just wish I had a sit-stand desk so I could stand all day, but I don't want to invest in that kind of money because it sounds like we're probably going back to the office soon, which means back down to 1 vlog a day. But anyway, guys, on that note, I'm going to shut her down here. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you did, click that like button. Any questions, comments, concerns, down below they go. And until next time, guys, remember, live it to win it, and peace. The frig out. Sit, stupid, sit. Good dog.